Hello, folks, and welcome once again. We are playing The Lost Crown. Now, in our last episode, we investigated a bit of the church. We're doing some preliminary investigations before our big night investigation. Now, let's go on, shall we? Alright. Ooh. Here. Thomas Agar. Or Agar.
There's definitely something. I should listen to the recording.
Oh yeah, they are making a ton of noise on that bitch. Alright.
A recording from the church sanctuary.
Alright. Agar took his hands, and he wants us to leave this place. Let's,
That's not right. What is that?
As is usual in haunted locations, the battery just fluctuates rapidly. Alright, all this is like this.
not right.
Might be nothing.
Nothing. That's not right.
Where is it? Okay.
These panels should have some sort of decoration or carving. They have been worn smooth. These panels should have some sort of decoration or carving. They have been worn smooth. The choir stalls are empty.
Let's investigate here. It doesn't look like a happy fellow. Smile, big guy.
That's not right.
Smile.
Something about those eyes.
Smile. Talk to me. No, he ain't saying anything.
The tapestry features 3 crowns. A link. A definite link to the legend. I must be getting close.
do a quest for you.
Good afternoon, Vicar. May I speak with you?
Oh, very well, if you must, but time and tide wait for no man.
When did you lose it?
Ah, I believe I lost it between Wednesday and Friday.
Wednesday, Friday.
Well, where did you leave it?
It's around here somewhere. Oh, and again, let me think. Where would I have put something so important? My memory is not what it was.
Remember, he doesn't know what it was.
Bye for now.
Feel free to wander God's house.
Yeah, sure. Oh.
It's a coat of arms. That's not right.
Yes, yes, I know that place is haunted.
Thursday. The Vicar lost Thursday.
Alright. Memorial service.
Thursday. The Vicar lost Thursday.
Alright. What's that? Oh.
The choir
Oh,
stalls
choir
are
stalls.
empty.
I already saw that. Alright. Come on. How do we get to... Ah, here's the vicar. Alright.
Good afternoon, Vicar. May I speak with you?
Vicar.
Oh, very well, if you must, but time and tide wait for no man.
I found this on the notice board. It appears to be a service plan for next Thursday.
Oh, dearie me, yes, I lost Thursday. I'm always losing Thursday. Bless you, young man. My week is complete. Oh, goodness, I'm late delivering Thursday to the flower arrangers. The WI women create the most lovely arrangements. A true symphony of petal, bud, and leaf. Take Thursday and give it to Nanny Noah. She'll know what to do.
Yes, I'm sure I can do that. I was planning to return to Saxton once my business here is finished.
Business? Oh, how very odd. What business?
Does the name Ager mean anything to you?
Ager? Ager? Yes, that name does ring a bell. Let me see.
Come on. Huh.
I believe the Agers lived nearby.
It's a very old name in these parts, so I wouldn't it. There's a William Ager buried in the churchyard, along with his ancestors.
Huh. And welcome back. Done with my smoke break. Now, let's talk with Vicar. Try to get
Good
some
afternoon,
info.
Vicar. May I speak with you?
Oh, very well, if you must. For time and tide wait for no man.
Does the name Ager mean anything to you?
Ager? Ager, Yes, that name does ring a bell. Let me see.
We may have already done this.
Did the Agers have strong connections with Northville Church?
Oh, good heavens, yes. Thomas Ager, who died in 1799, was a rector of this very church. I must say that I am thrilled to find our history so interesting.
Thomas Ager was a vicar?
No, dear boy. He was a rector. There's a difference.
What's the difference between a vicar and a rector?
Did he worship here, at the church?
Oh, yes, he was a most devout servant. His name is listed on the rood screen by the chancel. You'll find it if you look. Acres were a very large family in Thomas's time. Slowly the family number decreased and finally vanished some years ago. William was the last, poor wretched soul. He drove himself to an early grave, you know. He was in a terrible state. The family line was drawing to a close, and he feared there would be nobody to carry the family name. I always sensed that he carried with him a terrible burden, a secret of some description. Perhaps it was a family secret, passed down from one generation to the next. I dare say old Thomas Ager would have shared the burden in his time. But that is all in the past. We must always look to the future.
He must have been the keeper of the crown.
Can I ask some other questions? Can I ask you about the church?
Of course you may. Go ahead.
Who is that in the painting?
Ah, that's my great. He's an ancestor, a very old one. He was vicar of this parish for 50 years, back in the 18th century. He knew a thing or two about keeping the heathen masses subdued. I can only wish I shared his talent in that department. I must say, it is wonderful to meet someone of your generation who is interested in our history. What makes you so different?
Trust me, Vicar, my generation isn't as bad as you think.
Motivation is always a good thing, no matter what the cause. The devil makes work for idle hands, you know.
I always thought that was a term for masturbation. Like idle hands.
How long have you been vicar of this church?
A very short time. I moved back to this area 30 years ago. I'm still new to the parish. Takes up valuable church space and is a distraction to the congregation. It is a trial to keep their attention at the best of times.
It gives off a strange atmosphere, almost as if that corner...
Special? I have not noticed anything special.
Oh, I can't skip through dialogue. Alright, cool.
Who is this?
I have no idea. There are those who... That statue takes up...
It gives off a almost as if that corner of the church...
Special?
Alright. Didn't know something special.
Do you play the violin?
No, not for an awfully long time. There just are not enough hours in the day. The Lord, in all his generosity, provides ample time for contemplation, but my violin will have to wait.
I bet this old church has secrets.
Oh dear, you young people are so adventurous these days. Always looking for darkness in forgotten corners, mystery in your own shadow. But I dare say this building has seen some horrors, mystery, and intrigue. They say the building is built upon an Anglo-Saxon sanctuary of reflection, whatever that be. If you are interested in such things, which you obviously are, you should speak with old Russet. You can find him in the churchyard.
Can I ask some other questions? Can I ask about the churchyard?
I'll help you if I can.
Do you mind the crows? They seem to own the church.
All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. I cannot dislike the crows, dear boy. They are all God's creatures. Do the crows...
I can understand why people are superstitious about them.
The old faith in these parts believed that the crows were spies and messengers of the Dark Lords and Earth Gods. Silly, superstitious nonsense. Although, I must...
Do you mind the...
All things... I cannot dislike... Do the crow...
No, but they are rather maudlin, especially in a churchyard.
The old faith in these parts believed that... Silly, although, I must admit...
Do you mind...
Oh, I cannot do the crow...
They're just birds.
The old faith. Silly,
Alright.
although...
The churchyard is kept very well for such an isolated spot.
Oh yes, Mr. Russet keeps the place looking spick and span when he's not hiding from the crows. He hates the feathered fiends. They terrify him, in fact.
Why is the church so isolated?
The Black Death, my boy, the Black Death. There was once a thriving community based around the church tower. When the disease struck the village, it came with no warning. Whole generations were lost overnight. Terrible, terrible tragedy. No evidence of the old village remains, as many of the buildings are now hidden by the encroaching woodland beyond the church wall.
Okay. That was a fucking long time ago for the Black Death.
Can I ask some other questions? I'll have a look around, if you don't mind.
Feel free to wander.
Alright. We need to get to Nanny Noah. And of course, the rooms.
I think I've collected enough information from here. Time to return to town.
Yeah. Maybe we don't have anything more to get from that one guy. Alright, let's get out of here.
The graveyard is well kept for somewhere so isolated.
Wonder what the heck
I think I've collected enough information from here. Time to return to town.
Day 2. Research is the key. My visit to Northfield Church answered many questions, but posed many more. There's a link between the Ager family and the Crown. What were they hiding? What was their secret? The museum is bound to provide some clues. It's time for some research. Then pop in for tea at Nanny Noah's. It's turning into quite an afternoon. Discover the identity of those who may haunt Saxton and beyond. Who was Thomas Ager referring to in his journal? Did he harm him? Learn more about Northfield, the Agers, and other old families. Who is depicted as a statue at Northfield Church? Who owned Harbor Cottage before the Mankles? Why would they haunt the place? Who was Spivvy the smuggler? Does he haunt the Saxton caverns and why? Pop by Nanny Noah's for tea. I need to give her the funeral plans for Thursday. Alright. Time to go. Wrong place. I'd love to go back to the UK sometime. I wish I spent time in there was. It began with an L. Lancaster? Maybe it was Lancaster. No. This is gonna be bugging me, so I have to check. Oh, it was Kent.
Nothing ventured.
I don't know why it began with an L in my head, but yeah, Kent's a very nice place. I really suggest you guys going there. Give it a time. Or the inclination to travel. Now, make our way to the museum. Check that out. Wrong way. That's the wrong way. Here we go. Huh. No Nanny Noah. Alright, folks. In our next episode, we'll be talking to the guy in the museum, if he's back, hopefully. Until then, see you later, and stay beautiful.